Sir, very happy morning to all. So today onwards, we are going to start with a brand new subject called as direct tax. This subject at the inter level, we are having for 50 mark, 50 mark. Tax classified into two category. One is DT 50 mark and IDT 50 mark. Yes, sir. In that, my dear lovable students, we have classified the DT into 5 parts for our classroom discussion. Number 1 is salary, income from salary. As we all know that there are 5 heads of income. In that 5 heads of income, the first one is income from salary. What is the first chapter? Then we are having income from house property. Income from very important chapter, profits and gains of business or profession. Profits and gains of this PGBP should be read with TDS, TCS and advance tax. PGBP should be read with TDS, TCS and advance tax. This is what part number 1. So that 5 heads of income, major 5 heads of income, we are first doing salary, then house property and PGBP, read with TDS, TCS and advance tax. The part number 2, we will be talking about IFOS and capital gain. These are connected topics. Income from other sources and capital gains. There are 5 heads of income. Income from salary, income from house property, PGBP, capital gain and IFOS. Right, sir? So mainly the first 2 parts will be talking about the heads of income. That is the most important part of direct tax. We will be finishing off that in the start. Then we'll be doing clubbing of income. Sometimes the other people's income will be treated as our income. That is called as clubbing of income. Sometimes minor's income will be treated as income of the parent. Spouse income will be treated as spouse of the other spouse. That is called as clubbing of income. We can't always say that we will be having income under the income tax. Under one head of income you may have loss and other head of income you may have profit. So there should be a facility to set off and carry forward. Set off and if you see the first head of income, that is a head we are going to start income from salary. Always under the head income from salary, you will be having income. Because after working for so long time from morning to evening, are you expecting a loss? No, that is not possible. But under the head income from house property or PGBP, you may have a loss. So how to set off the loss from the one head with the other head is called as set off and carry forward. Sometimes current year may not be sufficient. Current year income may not be sufficient to set off. So we will be doing set off and carry forward. Set off and we are having 2 routes, my dear lovable students. 2 route. Actually, Income Tax Act is having 2 route. One is default tax regime and optional tax regime. One is default tax regime and if you are traveling through the default tax regime, what Income Tax Act typically is saying that claim less deduction. Claim less deduction. Claim less deduction and pay less tax. Whereas if you are traveling through the optional tax regime, you are saying that I don't want the default tax regime. Then you can claim more deduction such as chapter 6A deduction. Such as what? Which is covered from 80C to 80U. Which is covered from 80C to, we are having big list of section and from 80C to 80U. Are you all really with me? Then we are having basics. Generally in any class, sir, everyone in this world will start with basics only. I will never start with basics. After studying the heads of income, after studying the clubbing, set off and carry forward, and chapter 6A, you will have a very level grip over the income tax. Then when you are reading, so many things will be self-explanatory, like what is previous year, what is assessment year, what are the income will be taxed in the previous year itself, what is the tax rate, what is the slab rate, what is surcharge, what is rebate under 87A, how to find out the residential status, what is the scope of total income. All these things is what we are going to talk about in the basics, residential status and the scope of total income. In examination point of view, this part is important, Very important, very, very important for exam. There is no doubt about it. But I will not start with the basics. I will start with the salary. Then after completing the heads of income, we will come to the basics. Are you all really with me? And the last one. This is the hero, computation of total income. That means in one question, we will be having income from salary, income from house property, PGBP, capital gain, income from other sources. You will be getting gross total income. You will be getting. That means add all the 5 heads of income. What are the 5 heads of income? Tell me. Income from salary, income from house property, profits and gains of business or profession, capital gain and income from other sources. You will be getting gross total income. You will be getting. From this gross total income, you have to reduce the chapter 6A deduction. Depends upon which route you are traveling. Depends upon which route you are traveling. You may be traveling either through the default tax regime or the optional tax regime. I am not saying that under the default tax regime you cannot claim chapter 6A at all. There are some deduction is allowed even under the default tax regime. We will be looking to what are those deductions at the appropriate time. Getting it up. Then you will be getting, my dear lovable students, total income. You will be getting the, on this total income, you will be paying the tax. For that only we need the tax rate. So, my computation of total income is starting from income from salary. So, in chapter income from salary, every section we will be discussing if I am traveling through the default tax regime or if I am traveling through the optional tax regime. What are the benefits available for me? Are you getting it what I am talking to you? So, this is the format which we are going to follow in our class. Then, once you compute the total income and tax payable, you know that this much is the amount of tax to be paid. Just file your return of income to the income tax department that last year I have earned this much income. This is my tax and this is my return of income. That's it. This is how the subject moves. Comfortable? In that we are going to start with the first topic for the day called as income from salary. My dear lovable students, every chapter I have classified into certain parts because in Income Tax Act, sir, the one chapter itself is so big. So the chapter salary classified into 5 categories. Chapter salary classified into, everyone can respond whether it is online or offline. Every chapter has been classified like this. Salary chapter classified into number 1, basics, because every chapter will be having new terminology. So that we will be discussing it as what? Basics. So number 1 is what? Number 2 is exemptions or retirement benefits. Number 2 is what? So for this chapter, particularly salary is having certain exemptions or retirement benefits. The same way house property is having exemptions. Same way PGBP will be having exemption. Are you all really with me? So exemptions or retirement benefits. Tell me. Then allowances. Tell me. Perquisite. Deduction. So chapter salary classified into 5 categories. Chapter salary classified into number 1, basics. Number 1. Number 2, exemptions or retirement benefits. Exemptions or. Number 3, allowances. Number 3. Number 4, perquisite. Number 4. Number 5, deduction. Number 5. Repeat once again. Number 1. Number 2, exemptions or retirement benefits. Number 3, allowances. Number 4, perquisites. Number 5, deductions. Sir, I always love or like to discuss the basics at the end. Even in salary chapter also. That's what I said. Residential status I will be completing after all studying the 5 heads of income. Right, sir? The same way, the basics of the salary chapter I will come at the end. I am going to start with exemptions or retirement benefits. Exemptions or. Sir, these are the exemptions or retirement benefits available to the salary. My dear lovable students, what is happening? Sir, employer will be there and employee will be there. There are 2 parties are there. One is employer and employees working under whom? Employer. And employee will be getting the salary from the employer. So when the employer is paying salary to the employee, Sir, he will be paying, sir, so many amounts. He will be paying so many amounts at various point of time. If the amount which I am going to say to you has been paid at the time of, sir, retirement. At the time of what? Retirement. Then what Income Tax Act is saying that you can enjoy certain exemption. You can enjoy certain. For example, there is one employee is there called as Mr. A. He would have worked under an employer for so long time, for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Sometimes generally at the year of 25 to 30, we will be joining for a job, correct? We will be retiring at the year of 60, 65. So we would have served for 30, 35 years. So at the time of retirement, employer will be having a feeling that, oh my God, this man, this girl has worked so much for the development of my organization. So you are going to retire now. So at the time of retirement, I will be paying some amount. That is an expense to the employer. That is a expense to the employer. That will be debited in the profit and loss account under the head profits and gains of business or profession. So PGBP is from the angle of the employer. PGBP is from the angle of the, whereas, sir, such amounts are income to the employee. Such amounts are income to the employee. So that every amount should be added to find out the income from salary. Are you getting it? So my dear lovable students, what Income Tax Act is saying that those income at the time of adding those amount, certain amount you can reduce it. You don't include 100% of the amount received from the employer. That's what, sir, exemption or what benefit? Retirement benefit. So what is generally happening at the age of 25 or 30, one person will be joining under an employer. So every year he will be getting basic salary. Every year he will be getting DA. Every year he will be getting bonus. Every year he will be getting commission. Every year he will be getting, sir, allowances. Every year he will be getting perquisites. Are you really with me? These are the income an employee will be earning on an year-to-year basis. At the time of retirement, he will be getting some extra additional amount. What are those additional amount? How we have to going to tax it is what our discussion. That's what the exemptions or what benefit. So for the retirement benefits, we are having certain exemptions. What Income Tax Act is saying that please don't include the entire retirement benefits as income. Out of that, you enjoy certain portion as exemption. Enjoy. Are you all really with me? Under the Income Tax Act, all the exemptions are covered under section 10. Covered under section. If they want to provide any exemption, that will be explained in section 10. Section 10, these are the exemption applicable to the chapter salary. Applicable to the chapter what? Section 10(5), leave travel assistance or leave travel concession. Leave travel assistance or, so first listen to the name 10(5), leave travel assistance or leave travel concession. Leave travel concession or leave travel. For example, you are an employee. You maybe go take a leave and go for a tour. Why? Because you have worked so much. Are you really with me? You just want to take some rest. Go for tour. Sir, who is going to, sir, bear the expenses? Employer is going to bear the expenses. Actually, it is an expense to the employer. You are going for a tour along with your wife. For that, who is going to spend the money? Employer is going to spend the money. It is an income to you. Actually, for your wife, actually, you should spend. But who is spending? So actually in this income from salary, it has to be included. Are you getting it? What Income Tax Act is saying that if employer is spending 1 lakh rupees on behalf of the employee, don't include entire 1 lakh rupees as income. Out of that, certain amount you can reduce it. Certain amount you can. That amount I have not said. That amount we will be discussing in every section. But how much amount is exempted is covered under section 10 subsection 5. Is covered under section up 10(5) is leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. 10.5 is leave travel concession or 10.5 is leave travel concession or coming to section 10.10 gratuity. Section 10.10 is what? That means, sir, what is gratuity? Sir, you have worked for so long years under an employer. 30, 25, 30 years, you have died for an employer. Employer has earned so much of profit because of you only. He has just done like the disc. Hello, sir. Now you are saying that suddenly you are retiring from the organization. Employer is crying. An employer is saying that because of you only I have earned so much of profit, my dear lovable students. Hey, keep this 10 lakh rupees. Keep this 20 lakh rupees. Sir, monthly itself you paid only 5,000 rupees. But now you are retiring. With you I have earned a lot and lot. At the time of retirement, sir, keep this amount with you. That is called as what? Gratuity. So what Income Tax Act is saying that if an employee is receiving any gratuity from an employer, entire amount need not be included as income under the head salary. Out of that certain portion you can exempt it. The balance you include as income under the head salary. That's what section 10.10. So what is 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is 10.10? Gratuity. Section 10.10A is pension. 10.10A is what? I already explained to you, you will be joining in an organization after you complete your chartered accountancy at the age of 23, 24 or 25 as the case may be. Every year you will be getting the same income only. That is not with regard to the amount, but with regard to the line item I am saying. Every year you will be getting basic salary. But the basic salary per year will be different. Year 1 basic salary will be different from year 2 basic salary. Are you all really with me? You just think of a situation where once you retire, sir, at the time of working, you will be having monthly 1 lakh rupees, 1.5 lakh rupees and 2 lakh rupees salary. But once you retire, no salary will be coming. Will you get any salary? No, sir. Then in life, you will be only having tension because there is no income. No one will value you. At the time of going to job, everyone will say that, oh my God, please take care. Hello, sir. After retirement, no one will take care. Sir, you have to take care of yourself. In life, you will be only having what? Tension. Don't have the tension. Take the pension. Are you all really with me? I am not saying. Income Tax Act is saying. So what Income Tax Act is saying, after retirement, post-retirement, monthly, you will be getting certain income. That income is called as what? Pension. That income is called as, sir, now you have retired. Now you don't have any other source of income. You have only pension income. If the entire pension income, you have shown it as income from salary. And if you pay the tax, then already you are in a custom. What you will do now? Correct? So what Income Tax Act is saying that the entire income don't include it in the salary income. Out of that you can claim certain exemption which are covered under section 10.10A. 10.10A. What is 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. Go for tour, man. Show some Tata and go for tour. 10.5. Sir, what is 10.5? Leave travel concession and leave travel assistance. What is 10.10? Gratuity. What is 10.10A? Pension. Sir, pension will be received before retirement or after retirement? A stands for after retirement. 10.10A. Sir, at the time of doing work, you won't have any pension. If you get pension, fully taxable. For that, sir, this provision will not be applicable. So this will be applicable only at the time of retirement. That's what 10.10A. 10.10A. Coming to that, man, 10.10AA leave salary. 10.10AA. For example, in any organization, monthly 1 or 2 days leave will be there. You can take monthly 1 or 2 days leave. Sir, such leave will be paid leave. Such leave will be, even if you take leave, they will pay you. Correct. So in a year, 15 days leave, 20 days leave, during that time you can take medical leave or for your personal purposes. Some people, what they will do, you know, they will not take even that 15 days or 20 days leave. Even that 15, 20 days, sir, they will come to the organization and they will work. Hello, sir. And they will say that if I don't come also, I have to get the salary. So if I come and work means I have to get double salary. Yes, sir. That extra salary, don't pay me now. That extra salary you accumulate and pay me at the time of what? Retirement. At the time of what? Retirement. When I retire, you pay the leave salary. You pay the what? So actually this leave salary should have been received on an year-on-year basis. Yes, sir. If this has been received on a year-on-year basis, this would have been taxable on year-on-year basis. But the employee has accumulated. Why he has accumulated? Sometimes he may have a daughter. For her, sir, for his daughter's marriage, he may need what? Money. So he would have or she would have said that, please don't pay me the leave salary on an yearly basis. If you give me, sir, leave salary on an yearly basis, I will go and eat kalan only. Correct? So I will be spending the money without even me knowing. So please accumulate that. Let it be a savings. So at the time of my retirement, pay me the full amount. I may sometimes fly to somewhere. Okay, fine. Sir, that is called as what salary? But Income Tax Act is saying that the entire leave salary don't include in the total income at the time of retirement. Out of that, some amount you can claim it as an exemption. That amount is covered under section 1010AA. What is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 1010? Gratuity. What is section 1010A? Pension. What is section 1010AA? Now coming to section 1010B, retrenchment compensation. What compensation? What compensation? Sometimes I will tell you, man, I am feeling that I am ANM, sir, company. In ANM company, lot of employees are there. I don't want this much employees. Certain number of employees I want to send out. I just want to reduce the number of employees from 150 to 100 or 150 to 120 or 200 to 100 because now I don't have that much work. If I suddenly say that to a particular employee, stand up and get out, what will be his life position? Because suddenly he will be thrown to the streets, correct? He won't have even money to, sir, eat food, correct? So what I am doing is, you have not completed the full course of your employment. It is not because of your reason. It is because of my reason only. Because I don't want this much employees. You do one thing, you retrench, you stop working from here. He is asking that, okay, sir, if I have to find out some other job, it will be taking me next 3 months to 6 months. Sir, till that time, where my family will be going? Our family needs some food, from some shelter. So we need some money for the survival. Right, sir? Keep this 5 lakh rupees as the retrenchment compensation. It's an expense to the employer and it's an income to the employee. You itself tell me, if the entire 5 lakh rupees has been included under the head income from salary, and if he pay tax for the entire 5 lakh rupees, what will be his position? Because he itself in a big custom. So what Income Tax Act is saying that, don't include entire 10 lakh or 5 lakh rupees as income under the head salary. From that, you can reduce a particular amount that is called as exemption. That amount is specified in section 1010B. That is what compensation? Retrenchment compensation. This employee is saying that, sir, why are you throwing me from the organization? I myself are going, sir. Tata, sir. We will see, sir. Hello, sir. That is called as VRS, voluntary retirement scheme. That is called as voluntary. So if I am sending the employee, retrenchment compensation. If employee himself is going out, voluntary retirement scheme. You tell me, man, what is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 10.10? Gratuity. What is section 10.10A? Pension. What is section 10.10AA? Leave salary. What is section 10.10B? Retrenchment compensation. What compensation? What is section 10.10C? VRS is enough. What is 10.10C? VRS. Once again for the last time. What is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 10.10? Gratuity. What is section 10.10A? Pension. You don't hear, sir. Please repeat. Then only it will be registered in your mind. Okay. What is section 10.10AA? Leave salary. What is section 10.10B? Retrenchment compensation. What is section 10.10C? VRS. Sir, 10.10CC, tax on non-monetary perquisite. Tax on non-monetary perquisite. Tax on non-monetary perquisite. Sir, chapter salary classified into 5 categories. Are you remembering? Number 1, basics. Number 2, exemptions or retirement benefits. Number 3, allowances. Number 4, perquisites. Number 5, deductions. Sir, just listen what I am saying to you. During your working time, you will be working from 25 years to 60 or 65 years. Am I right, sir? Every year you will be getting basic salary. Every year you will be getting DA. Every year you will be getting bonus. Every year you will be getting commission. Every year you will be getting allowances and what? Perquisites. Sir, what is this allowances? What is this perquisite? Is what the next discussion is all about. Okay. So the benefit can be classified into two categories. One is allowances and other is perquisite. One is allowances and, for example, sir, luckily you got married and you are having one or two kids. Fine, fantastic. And they are going and studying, sir. So you are incurring so much of expenses. Sir, you need medical expenses. You have to travel from one place to what? Another. What employer is saying that keep this 100 rupees per month for your children education. I don't know, with that pencil itself, sir, cannot be bought. That's why they are going to entirely change the Income Tax Act, because it is 1961, 100 rupees per month up to a maximum of 2 children. So every month employer will pay 100 rupees for the education of the children, 100 rupees per month for the education of the children. So he will be paying some monetary amount other than salary income, basic salary, to take care of certain specific expenses called as allowances. Called as what? Sir, second option to the employer, he is saying to the employee that, sir, I am Tata. Is Tata group small group, big group? Very big group. They themselves can have a school in the name of Tata school, and whoever are working in the Tata company, they can ask, sir, their children to be admitted in that school. Are you all really with me? This is called as perquisite. This is called as, so allowances means monetary consideration. Allowances means what? I will pay in cash. Employer will pay in cash. Keep this rupees 100. And with this 100, you take care of a particular expenses. Perquisite means I will give you car. I will give you home. I will give you medical facility. I will give you education facility. I will not give it as cash. I will give it as kind. Are you all really with me? So, what Income Tax Act is saying that they are big KD. I will tell you why. Because people want to cheat the income tax. How I will tell you? Sir, you are having income from salary. In that income from salary, you will be having basic salary. Add DA will be there. Add bonus will be there. Add commission will be there. Are you all really with me? Sir, if you add all that, you will be getting the taxable salary. My question to you, after you become chartered accountant, after you go for a job, if you are getting 1 lakh rupees, what you will be doing? With that 1 lakh, what you will be doing? What you will be doing 1 lakh per month? Expense. What expense? Eating, going for tour, car, buying a car, buying house, buying a phone, marriage, going to Maldives tour. So like this you will be spending. So the same way only with that basic salary also the employee will be doing, right? You are saying to the employer that, sir, please don't pay 1 lakh rupees per month. Don't pay 1 lakh rupees per month. Oh my God. Employer is shocked. Employees. Because he is saying that I don't want 1 lakh rupees per month. Instead of that, you do one thing, sir. You pay me 50,000 rupees per month. And instead of that 1 lakh rupees per month, give me a car. You itself give me a house. You itself give the medical facility. You itself take care of my wife, children. That is enana taking education. Are you all really with me? Like this you are saying to the employer. Your intention is just to reduce the basic salary. That's it. So automatically if the basic salary reduces, taxable salary reduces. So now the government is thinking that why we are not getting tax from the first state of income, that is income from salary, because you cheated the government. You are not getting the income as basic salary. You are getting lot of things as allowances and what? So government said that if an employee is getting any amount as either allowances or perquisite from an employer, even that will also be included in the taxable salary. So add allowances, add perquisite, you will be getting the taxable salary. Government is having an opinion that savda. If you are bad, I am your dad. Because you want to cheat me, I know how to increase the taxable salary. Are you getting it what I am talking to you? So, sometimes, so have you understood what is the difference between allowance and perquisite? Monetary consideration paid by the employer to the employee is called as allowances. Other than monetary is called as what? For example, I am the employer, you are my employee, I am giving you a car. Whatever car you like, BMW car, Jaguar car. Sir, I am giving you the car. Is it an allowance or perquisite? Perquisite. Perquisite. If I give you a car, the value of that car will be treated as income in your hands. Am I right? Yes, sir. If you include, not myself, it is an expense for me only. The entire chapter salary is from the angle of the employee, and my angle will be discussed in the chapter profits and gains of business or profession. That is an expense for me that will be debiting in the P&L account. Are you getting it? So, my dear lovable students, if the value of the car, certain value, I don't know how much is the value, till now we have not talked what is the value. It may be fair market value, it may be some percentage of the value of the car, something will be there, my dear lovable students. If that amount has been included in the taxable salary, your taxable salary increases or decreases? Increases. So you are saying to me that, sir, I don't want the car at all, because if you give me BMW car, that will be treated as perquisite in my hands. Automatically my taxable salary increases. Automatically I have to pay more tax. I don't have that much money. Sir, please don't give me car. But I am saying to you that, hey, Thanga Kodame, you are my valuable employee. Without you, I can't earn this much. I am like this only because of you. So you also go in BMW, because I am coming and going in private jet. Hello, sir. Because of you only I am coming and going in private jet, because you are the key managerial person in my organization. Hello, sir. You are a valuable asset for me. So you also enjoy the benefit what the company is able to get it. You are saying that, no, sir, for one dosa itself I am getting so much custom, sir. Why are you giving me BMW car? Because if you give me BMW or Jaguar car, the value of the perquisite will be included in the taxable salary. Automatically taxable salary increases. I have to pay more amount of tax. So what employer is saying that? So are you worrying for the tax payment? Pachya, you are saying that, yes, sir. Because my problem is tax. My problem is tax. Sir, if you give me car, I have to pay what also? Tax also. Employer is saying that, don't worry. I will give you car and I will even pay the what also? Tax also. It's go, Deva. You enjoy. You don't worry at all. You take it. Don't worry at all. I will give you the car and also I will pay the tax. Tax. You tell me, actually that is a perquisite in the hands of the employee. Correct. Who is liable to pay tax for that? Employee. But who paid? Employee. That is a perquisite to the employee. That is a perquisite to the employee. Because that tax should have been paid by the employee. Employee's payment has been made by the employer. That's what perquisite. Any amount of the employee has been met by the employer will be treated as perquisite. Sir, now the employer is having so much big heart because he gave the car and also he paid the tax. Now the villain is government. Are you all really with me? Because what government is going to do? Government is going to include the tax paid by the employer on behalf of the employee in the total income of the employee. Are you all really with me? If they include tax paid by the income tax paid by the employer on behalf of the employee in the gross salary of the employee, the gross salary will increases. Correct? If the gross salary increases, on that increased gross salary only, tax has to be paid by the, that means it will be like a tax on tax. Current ke current. Correct? So what government is saying that section 1010cc tax on non-monetary perquisite. So we are having perquisite. but it is not a monetary perquisite. It is a non-monetary. If any non-monetary perquisite given by the employer to the employee, on that employer would have paid dash tax. That's what tax on non-monetary perquisite will not be treated as an income in the hands of the, it will be exempted under section 1010 CC. Sir, whether 100% is exempted or some portion is exempted, that we have to go and check that section. I am just introducing what are the section numbers or what are the, sir, criteria or the basic sections available. Shall we come once again? What is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. 10.10. Gratuity. 10.10A. Pension. 10.10AA. Leave salary. 10.10B. Retrenchment compensation. What is section 10.10C? VRS. 10.10CC. Tax on non-monetary perquisite. Tax on. Fantastic to the core. We will be completing this list, my dear lovable students. Sir, during your work or job, you will be earning basic salary. You will be earning DA. You will be earning bonus. You will be earning commission. You will be earning, sir, allowances. And you will be earning what? Perquisite. If you add all that, you will be getting gross salary. You will be getting what? From this gross salary, my dear lovable students, you have to, sir, pay the tax for the head income from salary. Just for income from salary. You know, in India, the majority of the people are salaried employees. Some of them are central government employee. Some of them are state government employee. Some of them are private employees. Right, sir? Fantastic to the core, sir. My dear lovable students, sir, after you become a chartered accountant, will you earn 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, etc., etc.? For that only you are studying this much. For that only you are coming at morning 7 o'clock. Right, sir? Fantastic, sir. Will you spend the entire 1 lakh or you will be saving something? Saving something, because for your future also you have to take some money. Right, sir? So, my dear lovable students, what this salary chapter is saying, that whoever employee is earning money have to put their money in the PF account called as Provident Fund account. What account? Provident Fund account. What account? There are so many types of Provident Fund account. One is called as Statutory Provident Fund and Public Provident Fund. Tell me, Statutory Provident Fund and Statutory Provident Fund and. So there are so many buckets are there. One is Statutory Provident Fund and Public Provident Fund, or Recognized Provident Fund, or tell me, or Unrecognized Provident Fund, or. So there are 4 Provident Fund are there. Number 1, Statutory Provident Fund or Public Provident Fund, Recognized Provident Fund, Unrecognized Provident Fund. Repeat once again. Statutory Provident Fund or Public Provident Fund, Recognized Provident Fund, Unrecognized Provident Fund. Repeat once again. Statutory Provident Fund or Public Provident Fund, Recognized Provident Fund, Unrecognized Provident Fund. Right, sir? So as an employee, when you are working under an employer, you can, sir, put the money in the Statutory Provident Fund or Public Provident Fund or Recognized Provident Fund, or these are like the savings bucket. In this place, you can invest your money. And at the time of retirement, my dear lovable students, you can withdraw the money. You can what? Withdraw the money from the Statutory Provident Fund, from the Public Provident Fund, from the Recognized Provident Fund, from the Unrecognized Provident Fund. Hello? I will tell you a situation. You are getting monthly 1 lakh rupees. You are getting 1 lakh rupees as salary. I am not your employer. Some other person is your employer. But because of the love and affection you are having towards me, every month you are giving me 10,000. Every individual person. Saying that I am saving that 10,000 with ANM. He will pay back that 10,000 at the time of what? Retirement. Retirement. So you gave that 10,000 to your friend or to your, sir, a brother or sister. You tell me, for this, are you expecting any deduction under the Income Tax Act? No, sir. Because you would have saved, you would have not saved at all. Are you really with me? So what government is saying that if you are investing your money in the Statutory Provident Fund, Public Provident Fund or Recognized Provident Fund, if you are accumulating your money and if you are withdrawing at the time of what? Retirement, then it will be exempted under section 1011 or 1012. 1011 or that is 1011 is talking about statutory provident fund or public provident fund. Whereas 1012 is talking about recognized provident fund. Are you getting it? Appreciating. Sir, here which is not there, unrecognized provident fund is not there. Because if you are depositing in unrecognized provident fund, that is not at all recognized. Where you have invested, who know? Have you invested? Only God knows. Government is saying that we are not entitled to, we are not interested to provide any exemption under section 10. So if you are putting the money in the statutory provident fund or public provident fund, you are entitled to get exemption under section 1011. Whereas if you are putting the money in the recognized provident fund, you are entitled to get the exemption under section 1012. Are you getting it? So are you getting it? So what is section 1011? Statutory provident fund or public provident fund. What is section 1012? Recognized provident fund. Recognize. So if you are putting the money in the provident fund and if you are withdrawing money from the provident fund at the time of retirement, you are entitled to get exemptions. What is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 10.10? Gratuity. What is section 10.10A? Pension. 10.10AA. Leave salary. What is section 10.10B? Retrenchment compensation. What is section 10.10C? VRS. What is section 10.10CC? Tax on non-monetary perquisite. Tax on? What is section 10.11? Statutory provident fund or public provident fund. What is section 10.12? Recognized provident fund. Recognize. One such fund is the superannuation fund. What fund, man? If you are putting the money in the superannuation fund and if you are withdrawing money from the superannuation fund, you are entitled to get exemption under section 1013. What is 1013? Superannuation fund. What is section 1013? So repeat once again. What is 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 1010? Gratuity. What is section 1010A? The pension. 1010AA. Leave salary. What is section 1010B? Retrenchment compensation. 1010C. VRS. 1010CC. Tax on non-monetary perquisite. What is section 1011? Statutory provident fund or public provident fund. What is section 1012? Recognized provident fund. What is section 1013? Superannuation fund. Superannuation fund. Next one is section 1013A HRA. Section 1013A. For example, I am the employer, you are the employee. You are paying rent for the house. You are paying rent for the, so house rent allowance. House rent what? We know that two things are there. One is allowance and the perquisite. Right, sir? In that allowance, if any allowance paid by the employer to the employee will be treated as income in the hands of the employee. But if that allowance is a house rent allowance, my dear lovable students, certain portion is exempted and remaining will only be what? Taxable. That's what section 1013 HRA is all about. House rent allowance. Are you all really with me? There are certain other allowances also called as special allowances. Called as what? Which are covered under section 1014. Which are covered under section. So what is section 1013A? HRA. What is section 1014? So these are, sir, applicable for the allowances. So there is no specific item for the perquisite. So any perquisite received by the employee from the employer will be fully taxable. Yes, sir. For the time being, we may have exemption when we study the perquisite part. So chapter salary classified into how many categories? 5 categories. Number 1. Number 2. Exemptions or retirement benefits. Number 3. Allowances. Number 4. Number 5. So how this chapter will be moving, you know. First we will be talking about the basic salary. Are you all really with me? To this basic salary, so many line items will be there called as DA, called as what? Bonus, called as what? Commission, called as what? Various allowances will be there. In that, one of the example of the allowances is HRA, house rent allowance. Is the entire HRA will be included in the gross salary? No. So when you are taxing that HRA, certain amount will be reduced, exempted as per section 1013A. Are you all really with me? And you will be adding what, man? Perquisite. So if you add The answer is called as gross salary. What salary? From this what salary? Gross salary, we will be reducing the deduction. We will be reducing the what? If you will be reducing the deduction, you will be getting the taxable salary. You will be getting this amount of what salary? Taxable salary will go and sit in the income from salary. Are you all really with me for the introduction of the chapter income from salary? So that is the reason why I am first starting with the salary chapter, because in the gross total income, the first head is income from. That chapter we are going to learn classified into how many category? 5 category. Number 1, basics. Number 2, exemptions or retirement benefits. Number 3, allowances. Number 4, perquisites. Number 5, in that exemptions or retirement benefits, what is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 10.10? Gratuity. What is section 10.10A? Pension. 10.10AA. Leave salary. What is section 10.10B? Retrenchment compensation. What is section 10.10CC? Order adan solviya. Repeat once again. What is section 10.5? Leave travel concession or leave travel assistance. What is section 10.10? Gratuity. What is section 10.10A? Pension. What is section 10.10AA? Leave salary. What is section 10.10B? Retrenchment compensation. What is section 10.10C? VRS. 10.10CC. Tax on non-monetary perquisite. What is section 10.11? Statutory Provident Fund or Public Provident Fund. What is section 10.12? Recognized Provident Fund. What is section 10.13? Superannuation Fund. What is section 10.13A? HRA. What is section 10.14? Special allowance. Are you comfortable with the introduction for the chapter salary? I am with you, sir, from your heart. Anybody is there? Where is a grand clap?